In the late 19th century, a Swiss entrepreneur named Caesar Ritz became known for redefining the accommodations industry across Europe. With a particular focus on the areas of hygiene, cleanliness, and service, his hotels, the Ritz Paris, the Ritz London, and the Carlton London, became the premier destinations of these great cities, hosting kings and celebrities. In 1905 and 1913, he opened 2 restaurants aboard 2 German ships from the Hamburg America Ocean Liner Company, both titled the Ritz Carlton. But in 1914, at the outbreak of the First World War, the ships were seized by the U.S. Army and the restaurants subsequently closed down. 4 years later, Caesar Ritz unfortunately passed away, without having the slightest idea that the name of his failed restaurant venture would turn into one of the world's most prestigious brands and a global institution. Thanks to Caesar's wife, along with a series of acquisitions and licensing deals across America and Europe over the following century, the Ritz-Carlton name rose from the title of an obscure gourmet restaurant on a German ship to the premier brand of luxury hotels across the world. In the year 2000, roughly 100 years after the Ritz story began, a luxury condominium in Washington, D.C. ushered in a new chapter for the Ritz-Carlton brand as the first ever Residences. Since then, over the past 25 years, the Ritz Residences have been a massive success, with over 20 locations currently in existence in some of the world's most popular cities, from Dubai in the Middle East with the Ritz Carlton Residences Creekside, to Miami with the Ritz Carlton Residences Miami Beach, and to the Virgin Islands with the Ritz Carlton Residences Club on St. Thomas. The brand has successfully expanded its luxury residential offerings across the globe. But after diving deep into the storied history of all the Ritz-Carlton locations, there's one fact about the brand that is truly indisputable. Nowhere is the Ritz-Carlton name thriving as much as it is in Sarasota, Florida. While the Ritz-Carlton brand has saturated most of the truly desirable locations across the globe, and many of the world's great cities have multiple Ritz-Carlton hotels, as of this recording, there is only one city on Earth with more than one Ritz-Carlton Residences. But Sarasota doesn't just have 2 locations. As of this recording, in addition to the original Ritz-Carlton Hotel, Sarasota has completed 3 more Ritz-Carlton Residences, with a 4th under construction and a 5th location in pre-construction. With the forthcoming project having broken ground just a couple months prior to this recording, and roughly 60% of that building still available for purchase, the rest of this video will focus exclusively on this 4th Ritz-Carlton project in Sarasota, diving deep into every detail of the building that has aptly been named the Ritz-Carlton Residences, Sarasota Bay. My name is Michael. I'm a realtor in the area, and on this channel, I discuss the developments I'm genuinely excited about. If you end up enjoying this video and you appreciate a beautiful home, consider subscribing to help this channel grow. And for those of you using this video to help inform your next purchase, feel free to contact the number on the screen throughout this video at any time for our real estate services. From discerning which aspects the developer is most negotiable on, to referring the best attorney to review and amend your contract, to recommending which units pose the greatest resale value, and most importantly, for a non-biased, objective opinion about how all of these projects stack up against one another, our services offer the greatest strategic advantage when purchasing a home in this area. And working with us will not alter the purchase price of your unit. The Ritz Sarasota Bay is located within the most exciting new development in Sarasota, and one of the best locations in the entire city. It sits right on the harbor within the Quay Waterfront district downtown. I discussed this location at length in my video on One Park, which I'll link in the screen and in the description if you'd like a more in-depth tour of this area. But as a quick summary, the Quay is a 14-acre mixed-use property between the harbor and US 41, with Bay Park directly to its north. The Quay currently features 3 residential buildings completed between 2021 and 2024, with additional retail space on the ground level, along with Ocean Prime Restaurant, the 100-year-old Mediterranean Revival historical site named the Belle Haven, and will soon feature 4 more projects, including the much-anticipated One Park Residences, One Park West, 1000 Boulevard of the Arts, and of course, the final Ritz Carlton Tower in place of the existing Hyatt Hotel. On the other side of the harbor, there are 3 additional residential waterfront buildings, including condos on the bay and Beau Ciel. This neighborhood is already buzzing on the weekends, but once these 4 upcoming projects are completed and the ground level retail space is fully leased, this should be downtown Sarasota's most desirable destination. Just across the street from the Quay, across Boulevard of the Arts, there's also Bay Park, which is currently undergoing a $200 million renovation. When the park is completed, it will feature waterfront boardwalks, green space in place of the existing parking lots, outdoor dining, and also a new $400 million performing arts center designed by the esteemed architects Renzo Piano Building Workshop. Every world-class city needs a world-class park, and upon completion, this waterfront area will be the perfect neighbor to the north of all the residents within the Quay, including the Ritz. As we move back to the specific location of the project within the Quay, it's important to clarify this building from its counterparts. As we mentioned in the introduction, upon final completion, there will be a total of 6 Ritz-Carlton locations in Sarasota. The original Ritz Hotel to the south of the Quay, the first Ritz Residences next door to the hotel, the beachfront Ritz Residences over on Lido Key, and then the 3 more recent Ritz Carlton Residences from Kolter Urban, including the Ritz Residences Sarasota, completed in 2021, the Ritz Sarasota Bay, the topic of this video, and finally, the Ritz Tower, which will soon sit on the edge of the harbor, exactly where the current Hyatt Hotel is located. To simplify things for these new projects, many locals, along with the project sales team, refer to the original 2021 Ritz Sarasota as Tower 1, the Sarasota Bay building we're focusing on in this video as Tower 2, and the upcoming project in pre-construction as Tower 3. So moving forward, just keep in mind that the subject of this video is primarily the Ritz Residences Sarasota Bay, aka Ritz Tower 2, currently under construction, located next to the Ritz 1, across from Central Quay Park. Before we dive deep into the specific details of the project, let's take a moment to talk about the brand and the team behind the building. While this residence carries the Ritz-Carlton name, it's worth exploring what that actually entails. Projects of this scale are always a result of collaboration, and in this case, the 3 key contributors are SB Architects, Kolter Urban, and the Ritz-Carlton. For the building's design, SB Architects has chosen a relatively clean and modern aesthetic. Fortunately, Tower 1 next door gives us a strong sense of what to expect from this new project. The overall design and footprint of the building are driven by 2 core priorities: maximizing terrace views and optimizing floor plans to complement those views. Much like its neighbor, the building is angled to take full advantage of its relationship with the harbor. The orientation of the building allows for expansive terrace space facing west towards the water, while still offering generous terrace areas in the backside of the building with views towards downtown Sarasota. The developer behind the project is Kolter Urban, one of Sarasota's most active and experienced developers. Kolter Urban's local portfolio includes notable projects like The Mark, View Sarasota Bay, Beso, and of course the Ritz Carlton Residences next door. Once the building is actually complete, then the Ritz Carlton brand will officially step in. The inclusion of the Ritz name is a significant advantage for several reasons. The brand has carefully cultivated a global reputation for world-class service and exceptional quality. This not only suggests that living in the building will be a top-tier experience, but also provides a sense of reliability and consistency for future buyers. Thanks to the exclusivity of the Ritz Carlton name, both original owners and resale buyers can feel confident that every aspect of the project, from construction and design to day-to-day services, meets the highest quality standards. The brand's reputation essentially adds an extra layer of long-term security, especially when it comes to resale value. As we move inside the building, we'll begin by exploring the amenities. The offerings at the Ritz Carlton Residences are certainly unique. These amenities can best be understood by breaking them down into 3 categories: services, common area spaces, and exclusive membership perks. Starting with services, the building will feature a 24-hour concierge service and a full on-site staff, providing around-the-clock service including 24/7 optional valet parking, housekeeping, on-site property management, and an impressive range of food and beverage options. These include gourmet breakfast, lunch, and dinner menus, along with a few on-site dining destinations, including a morning coffee shop, offering a variety of drinks and other items, and a full-service bar offering beer, wine, spirits, and frozen drinks. The on-site common area space at this building will be referred to as the Harbor Club. A unique feature of the Harbor Club is that it includes access to all the amenity areas within this building, and additionally provides access to much of the common area amenities in the upcoming 3rd Ritz Tower, where the Hyatt currently stands. The Harbor Club will include a wellness center and a spa, offering private treatment rooms, a sauna, and a steam room, along with cold and hot plunge pools, a fitness center with available personal training, a large gaming room with billiards tables, a pool table, gaming consoles, and a Formula One simulator, a club room with multiple seating areas, large TVs, along with an indoor and outdoor bar that services the pool deck. And similar to Tower 1, Tower 2 will also feature an elevated waterfront terrace directly on the harbor, with a resort-style pool, a sun shelf, and an open gathering space. Around the corner, there's a dog park and pet washing station, and back inside, there's a waterfront news cafe and coffee station with extra seating for reading and watching the news. And finally, for those who need additional workspace, there's a boardroom which can be reserved for private meetings. Beyond the amenities and services within the residences, owning a Ritz-Carlton home also comes with perks that can be enjoyed beyond the confines of the unit. As a subsidiary of Marriott International, the Ritz-Carlton brand is connected to a multitude of the company's other destinations and experiences. These benefits are part of a specific program for Ritz owners known as OnVia. A few basic example benefits of OnVia include an automatically upgraded Marriott Bonvoy membership status, upgraded rooms, late checkouts and more access to membership points, preferred rates and reservation privileges at certain hotels, exclusive deals for spa treatments and wellness programs, along with other experiences and activities hosted by Marriott's partner companies, and concierge services to assist with travel recommendations, arrangements, and reservations abroad. Starting on the amenity floor and working upward through the rest of the building, we have the residential units. The building will feature a total of 78 units with 3 types of residences: the main residences, estate homes, and penthouses. Each of these options will have a few different floor plan orientations. By Sarasota standards, the average unit size in this Ritz Tower is definitely on the larger end of the spectrum. So far, the building has sold about 40% of its units, leaving more than half the building still available for purchase. The main residences are by far the most plentiful type of unit and are located from the 3rd floor all the way up to the 16th floor. These main residences offer 5 different floor plan stacks, with residence A, B, and C on a diagonal axis facing southwest, and residences D and E on a horizontal axis facing directly west. Residence A is the largest of the main residences, with 4,223 square feet of interior space and 598 square feet of terrace space. It features 4 bedrooms, a den, and 4.5 baths, and the residence stretches the entirety of the building, with the primary bedrooms and great room facing southwest towards the mouth of the harbor, and 2 of the guest bedrooms sharing a terrace with city views on the opposite side of the building. Since this is an end unit, the floor plan also features a 3rd terrace, also off the great room facing southwest, down into the quay, and out into the city. Residence B next door is a little bit smaller, with 3 bedrooms, a den, and 3.5 bathrooms at 3,984 square feet of interior space and 576 square feet of terrace space. The floor plan is very similar to Residence A, with the primary bedroom, great room, and dining room facing southwest, with a terrace looking over the water and a second terrace off the 2 guest rooms looking northeast. However, this floor plan is a little bit smaller, And since it is an interior unit, it does not offer that third southeastern terrace. It features a little bit less natural light, but it still manages to include floor-to-ceiling windows in 3 different directions. The dining room is also tucked away slightly, giving this layout a little bit more dimension. Residence B is also one of the only 2 main residences that offers a terrace directly off the primary bedroom. Residence C is very similar in size, specs, and orientation to Residence B. It also features 3 bedrooms, a den, and 3.5 bathrooms, but it's slightly smaller at 3,838 square feet of interior space and 581 square feet of terrace space. In Residence C, the kitchen is turned 90 degrees from B, and the dining room, kitchen, and great room are all in one open space. The guest wing and entrance of this floor plan are also flipped compared to Residence B, but they still offer the same northeast-facing terrace off the guest bedrooms. Residence D is the smallest of the units at 3,550 square feet of interior space and 271 square feet of terrace space, but still offers 3 bedrooms, a den, and 3.5 bathrooms. This unit has a distinct orientation from Residences A through C, and is also the only unit that does not extend through the entirety of the building. While this unit only offers floor-to-ceiling glass in 2 directions, it's one of the most balanced floor plans in the building, and may end up feeling the most like a single-family home with a true split floor plan. The kitchen is close to the entrance, with a great room and dining room directly behind it, leading out to a true west-facing terrace. With a primary suite to the south, and 2 guest suites, and the den to the north. Out of all of the main residences, this is actually the only floor plan with all 3 bedrooms facing the harbor and the bay directly to the west. Residence E on the northern side of the building is the other end unit and is thereby the second largest floor plan of the main residences at 4,001 square feet of interior space and 662 square feet of terrace space at 3 bedrooms, a den, and 3.5 bathrooms. This floor plan features a long entryway leading out to a very wide main living area with lots of natural light, thanks to the north-facing glass wall featuring the great room to the left, the dining room in the center, and the kitchen to the right. As an end unit, this floor plan features floor-to-ceiling glass in 3 different directions and 3 separate terraces, with 2 terraces facing directly west and 1 corner terrace facing true north and true east. Residence E is also only one of 2 main residences that features a terrace directly off the primary bedroom. Moving up to floors 17 through 19, we have 3 levels of estate homes. These homes are slightly larger, ranging from 4,000 square feet to 5,800 square feet, with only 4 floor plans taking up the entirety of the building. This includes residences F, G, H, and J. These floor plans are also high enough to offer unobstructed views of the water, since the building will be significantly taller than the 3 existing buildings directly to its west. Estate F on the southeastern corner of the building is very similar to Residence A directly below it, but offers a little bit more space at 4,926 square feet of interior space and 598 square feet of terrace space, but still offers 4 bedrooms, a den, and 4.5 bathrooms. This floor plan adds more space in the kitchen, offering significantly more pantry space, and the owner's suite also features larger walk-in closets and a larger bathroom. The primary bathroom also rests against the outside edge of the building, offering floor-to-ceiling glass walls next to the soaking tub, looking out towards the water. Unlike Estate F, Estate G has a layout that is entirely distinct from any other floor plan. If you like outdoor terrace space, this is definitely your unit. Both the living area and the primary bedroom share a large outdoor space, looking down and out over the water, with all 3 guest suites on the opposite side of the unit, also sharing a single, long terrace looking northeast to the city and the quay. This floor plan offers a family room and a den to go along with its 4 bedrooms and its 4.5 bathrooms. Estate H has a very similar layout to Residence D directly below it, with a little more space at 4,360 square feet of interior space and 454 square feet of terrace space, with 3 bedrooms, a den, and 3.5 bathrooms. In this floor plan, the primary suite is flipped from Residence D, with significantly more space in the primary bathroom and closets located on the southeast side of the unit. This orientation leaves more space on the west side of the unit, which allows for a much wider terrace facing out towards the water, and this unit also features significantly more storage space than Residence D directly below it. Estate J is surprisingly exactly the same as Residence E below it, but since Estate J is located on floors 17 through 19, its 3 terraces offer unobstructed views of the harbor, Sarasota Bay, Bay Park, and even slivers of the Gulf of Mexico on the other side of Lido and Longboat Key. Finally, above the estate series, on the top floor of the building, we have the penthouses. There are 4 total penthouse units, but all 4 of these floor plans offer the same exact layout of the 4 estate residences on the 3 floors directly below. So these floor plans are essentially an extension of the estate plans, but at the very top of the building with the best views. For the interior design of the Ritz Carlton Sarasota Bay, the team turned to HBA Americas. This is a prestigious design firm that has been involved with projects in every region of the world, from Sarasota to China and everywhere between. Their work ranges from ultra-luxury modern hotels in Dubai and Abu Dhabi to more elegant and classic designs in much older cities. Prospective buyers at the Ritz will have a great deal of control over the selections within their unit. With the build still over a year from completion at the time of recording, the exact tones and color choices for many of the finishes have not been chosen yet, but HBA has provided an excellent framework of materials and options that will be available to buyers once the design phase does actually commence. In these units, owners will find up to 12-foot ceilings in the main living areas and owner's suite, large format porcelain flooring throughout the entire residences, 4-inch recessed LED lighting with contemporary square trim, 9-foot core interior doors throughout with polished chrome lever handles, contemporary wood trim including 4-inch casings and 8-inch baseboards, smooth finish walls and ceilings in the main living areas, bedrooms, and guest bathrooms, framed curtain valances at all windows and sliding glass doors, energy efficient hurricane rated windows, and expansive terraces featuring continuous glass panel railings, decorative flooring, and a built-in outdoor grill. The kitchen will feature German poke and pole cabinetry with upper cabinets extending up to 10 feet, including integrated LED lighting under the cabinets, floating 3-centimeter quartz countertops and full-height backsplashes, an undermount stainless steel sink in the island with a premium full-feature pull-down faucet, and a Wolf, Sub-Zero, and Cove kitchen appliance collection package, which includes a panel-ready built-in 30-inch refrigerator and freezer column, a 30-inch double oven with choice of configurations plus a microwave drawer if requested, a 36-inch gas cooktop and hood, a panel-ready dishwasher, and a panel-ready 24-inch under-counter beverage center in the bar area. The owner's suite bathroom will feature floating cabinetry, also poke and pole, with 3-centimeter quartz countertops, 2 undermount sinks with premium plumbing fixtures, decorative built-in mirrors over the vanity with integrated LED lighting, full-height porcelain wall throughout the entire bathroom, an oversized freestanding tub with premium tub filler and a hand shower, and luxury showers featuring a linear floor drain, 2 ceiling rain heads, a removable wall mount on the slider bar, and 3 wall-mounted body sprays. Each unit will also offer a host of technology and safety features, including a pre-wiring for phone, high-speed internet access, and cable television in the main living areas, kitchen, and bedrooms, a smart home thermostat, which can be controlled from a mobile phone, pre-wiring for future automated shades at all the exterior glazing locations, additional outlets in the media panel for future home automation equipment, and safety systems, including full sprinkler coverage, along with a fully integrated smoke and fire monitoring and reporting system. When it comes to pricing and availability, the Ritz Sarasota Bay has thankfully listed quite a few units, so it's a little easier to get a full grasp of the pricing. Luckily, At least one of every floor plan the building offers, from the main residences to the estate homes to the penthouses, is still available. If you want to know about pricing and availability for a specific unit or floor plan, I would definitely recommend reaching out to me. But for general pricing info, I'll share the lowest price unit, the median unit, and the most expensive listing currently in this building. On the lower end of the spectrum, Residence D on the third level is listed at $3.8 million. Currently, the median price unit is Residence B on the 8th floor for $5.15 million, and the highest price unit is understandably Penthouse G, the largest unit on the highest floor, generally regarded as the best overall unit in the entire building, listed at $12.6 million. Generally speaking, depending on the height and the floor plan itself, prices of the main residences will range from the high $3 millions to the low $6 millions, with the pricing increasing as you move up to the estate homes and the penthouses. Having accompanied multiple clients on sales presentations for this building, along with many other projects in Sarasota, I'm often asked how this building compares to other projects nearby at a similar price point. There are definitely pros and cons to this building, and it really depends on personal preference. If you're big on sprawling amenities, then this building is not going to be for you, since there are other options like One Park with much more common area space. If you want deep, expansive, completely unobstructed water views for under $5 million, then this building may also not be for you. While the lower units in this Ritz building will have a close relationship with water, having clear and direct views of the harbor below, condos on the bay will block portions of the view of Sarasota Bay looking westward. But that's definitely not to say that the views on the lower units in this building won't still be incredible. They may not be entirely open and unobstructed, but these lower units will still offer views much of Sarasota Bay and all of the harbor below. And they're crucially west facing, so the sunsets at any level will still be incredible. But either way, the positives of this building far exceed the minor setbacks. In addition to the globally recognizable Ritz Carlton service and brand, this building also features arguably the most practical floor plans out of all similar offerings in the area. These floor plans are very open and very spacious, and bring in incredible amounts of natural light. Their even proportions should lead them to feel a lot like single-family homes. For all these reasons, along with One Park, the Rosewood, and a few others, I would definitely consider this Ritz Tower to be a top-tier property in Sarasota. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video and you want to see videos on similar projects in Sarasota, definitely be sure to check out my video on One Park, linked below. And I'm in the process of covering every new building in Sarasota and nearby cities after that. And if you're still watching this and you're in the market for a condo, feel free to reach out to me with a text or a call. I make these videos specifically to connect with buyers like you guys, to eventually work with you as your realtor and help you sort out the decision-making process and their conversation with the builder, and then the updates as the project is being built. So definitely don't be a stranger.